Okay, I'm gonna show you how to find out if you have trauma stuck in the two most common places. They're both bone related, the teeth and your spine, basically. Sorry for the thing shaking. I decided to put my phone on the cat tree and my cat is scratching the cat tree. Oh my God. Baba. Oh my Lord. Girl. Okay. So we're going to be using advanced self muscle testing. Sorry for the lighting. One day I'll make a TikTok during the day. But for the teeth, the upper jaw is the most common place for an interference field, which is going to be where you have physical trauma that occurred at the same time as emotional trauma. I have Invisalign in, so I have a little bit of a lisp right now, but this is one where I've had a lot of trauma. The upper jaw is far more common than the lower jaw, but this could include, why is my brain blanking? I think it's just late. Root canals is what I'm trying to say. Root canals, any sort of infections, crowns, any sort of prosthetics like implants. So I was born with 4 congenitally missing teeth, baby teeth that didn't have adult teeth to come in after. And at 17, I had the top 2 pulled and replaced with titanium implants. Then at 27, had the bottom 2 baby teeth pulled and replaced with titanium implants. And that's about when all my health problems started, when I had the first 2 done over the course of several years, because it takes a while. So I'm going to show you the place to test for the upper jaw because it's going to be a lot more common than the lower jaw. So you're going to locate, sorry for the light again, you're going to locate the top of the inside of your ear and the outside of your eye and go right in the middle on top of your cheekbone with your fingertip, touch it, pointing down. This is how they would inject if they were treating an interference field with Procaine. So I don't know if you can even see my whole body, but I teach the sway method of muscle testing. Sometimes we teach the O-ring, but for this you need your hands because we're asking the questions. Baba, no. We're asking the questions with our hands and getting the answers with our body. It's much more accurate than asking verbally, with words, basically mentally or verbally. Baba, jeez Louise. Okay, so touch here and see which way you sway. Again, I wish you could see my whole body. The sway initiates from your deep inner core, like your psoas and your pelvic floor, but the hinge point is your ankle. So you can only go forward and back, and you want to have your core like somewhat engaged. That may require you to roll your hips in just a little bit, and you're gonna bring your belly button to your spine. You need to create space by lifting your chest. So the more space you have to extend your core muscles, the more you're gonna be able to feel your sway forward or back. So touching here, don't get your hair. Touching here. I sway backwards. This is the sphenopalatine ganglia, the nerve bundle that is associated with the upper jaw. You can try on the other side too. I'm fine on the left side. We've addressed this 20 million times over, but I've had these removed, I've had them cleaned, but if you don't clear the interference field, then whatever you put there is still not gonna go well. I'm gonna put zirconia implants because they're more, biocompatible, but it's not, my symptoms will not fully resolve and it won't necessarily heal properly. It could lead to future infections there as well, which is the problem I had with these upper 2. They became abscess. That's why I had to have them removed if you don't heal the interference field. And again, I'll make a video about healing them, but first I need to get you on board with figuring out if you have them. So this is easy because the only way this is gonna give you a backward sway is if you have interference in the sphenopalatine ganglia. But I have to kind of raise my hat for this. We'll see if it's psychological interference. So you're gonna cinch all of your fingertips together, touch them to the very middle of your forehead, not your unibrow, the middle of your forehead. This is where your pituitary is. So you're keeping both points because you're modifying the question. Now you're asking, are these two things related? Yeah, it reversed the sway. So this is different than yes/no muscle testing. Backward sway, when you're touching the body, indicates a stress response. But when you add a point to it, it's the reversal of the sway that means there's a correlation. So this is psychological interference. This is the sphenopalatine ganglia. So this is an interference field that's causing stuckness, basically. So let's talk about spine. Upper cervical, spine, neck injuries, car accidents. If they occurred at the same time as emotional trauma, then boom, you have an interference field. And this is probably the second most common place. This can only be healed through chiropractic. So there are chiropractors called upper cervical specialists, and they can address this for you. My chiropractor, he's not very woo-woo. He doesn't even muscle test. And when we were trying to figure out like what got me out of alignment one time, he told me the most common cause for needing an adjustment is emotional trauma. So chiropractors have been healing interference fields since before it was written about in the literature. So for upper cervical, you're gonna do pinky finger, inside of the pinky finger, outside of the thumb. The lighting is so bad, but hopefully you can see. This is gonna be jaw and upper cervical spine. I'll show you how to differentiate. You could just have a misalignment, a malocclusion of your jaw, or you could have both. So let's touch here and see which way we sway. Okay, I sway backwards, so now let's find out. Do I need an adjustment, or is it my bite that I'm actively working on with my, my dentist? So let's just touch the jaw. Yeah, okay, it's my bite, but let's see if it's also my upper cervical spine. So you're gonna touch, you know, under your hair, your spine. No, okay, that did not reverse this way. So it's just my jaw, and it might just be because I'm wearing an Invisalign. So this is probably not gonna be an interference field, but we can check. So we have this, get our backward sway, add the pituitary. Nope, it doesn't reverse it. So my malocclusion is not an interference field, but let's try thoracic spine. So just bring it down to like maybe the middle knuckle of the thumb. It could still be an interference field. Let's see if the sway reverses. Nope, it's nothing. Okay, so now let's try lumbar. So pinky finger all the way down. No, let's just double check to see if we can reverse the sway with a new data point. No. And I have scoliosis, so my whole back is effed, but the interference field is in my my cranial ganglia, the sphenopalatine ganglia. So there's different ways that you can address this. I'm working on a resource right now that's going to show you all of the ways. I have a free ebook that shows you a lot of ways, but I don't know how to get it to you on TikTok. So I guess follow me on Instagram. I'm new to TikTok, but I have a pretty robust Instagram with lots of free resources there. I guess that's kind of a bad way to grow my TikTok, is to tell you to go follow me on Instagram. But, you know, I'm an elder millennial. I don't know TikTok yet. Let me know in the comments if you want to know more about the interference field, psychological or health related. We do more of the health related stuff on discernment.framework on Instagram. So love you, mean it.